Do you guys remember in year one and through the duration of a few seasons after Destiny 2 launched, we had different armor sets that were specifically tied to Crucible and to Vanguard activities, right? And they had different ornaments that you could unlock by doing a specific activity, whether it was sniper kills, right, in PvP to get a certain ornament for the second season set of armor for the Crucible variant. Man, I loved that, and I miss this armor. This armor is some of the best looking armor in Destiny 2 in my opinion. And for me, armor in Destiny 2 is one of the things that fell short in comparison to Destiny 1. Destiny 1, we had random perks on armor. That was just a thing, right? And they did away with that initially in Destiny 2, and we hated it, right? We hated it. All armor was the same. But, man, it just took so much of the grind out. And now that we have random rolls, I just don't understand why we can't have this armor that, people worked hard on, right? And people worked hard to get these ornaments, and they loved the way that they looked. And the Crucible set, since Forsaken came out, I don't like it. I don't like the way it looks. I think that on Warlock it looks silly. I think the Hunter set looks okay, and the Titan set looks okay except for the helmet. But for the most part, I'm not wearing that stuff unless I really have to have some of the perks that it rolled with. I really just don't understand. I really wish we could get some of these sets back into the loot pool. I feel like it would just add another dynamic of, people like the way that they look. They like to look unique. And we have very limited armor sets right now to do that. I just would love to have these sets be brought forward with random rolls back in the loot pool again. All the ornaments that we had unlocked would still be applicable, and we can apply them to the armor that drops, whether it's at the end of the Crucible matches or if it's going to Lord Shaxx and turning in tokens. Guys, I have what am I up to now? Probably around 15,000 Crucible tokens just sitting in my vault, and I'm doing nothing with them. It's like, man, I want a reason to turn these in, and I want to customize the way that I look in such a way that is a little bit more unique. And I loved, especially the Warlock. I absolutely adored the way the Warlock looked in year one if you had the Crucible set on. And even some of remember Ikora, she would offer specific armor sets as well for doing her activities. And it was some of the best looking armor in the game, and it's just gone right now. You could go back and pull those out of your collections or out of your vault if you unlocked those things back then, but it's pointless. You're basically handicapping yourself because you don't have the perks and mods, etc. And I just think this would be a really easy way to incentivize players to continue playing some of the more menial tasks, right? It's not gonna help with raids and stuff like that, but it's at least another thing in the loot pool that's worth putting on and changing the way that you look. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I think the armor is one of the things that fell short in Destiny 2. Destiny 1, you can see some of this armor here. Do you guys remember when they brought back they brought all the raids up, right? Towards the end of Destiny 1's lifespan, they brought all the raids forward, made them challenging again, and reintroduced the armor back into the loot pool, but at a higher level. And then if you got the whole set, right, you could equip the whole set and it would change the way that the armor looks. And the awesome projecting horns, the green projections that came off the Crota armor set. Oh man, that was so cool looking. And then you had your Vex Harpy look on the Warlock. If you did Vault of Glass on your Warlock, you got the whole set together again, and you sort of had those glowing tentacles. Man, that was so freaking cool. And I really thought at the end of Destiny 1, I was like, if this is the direction we're going, armor's going to be an awesome part of Destiny 2. We are going to love the way that we look. And I gotta say, I was a little disappointed that we're this far into Destiny 2, and I feel like we backtrace, right? We lost some of those things that at the end of Destiny 1 really made us stand out. And you could tell the casual raider apart from the person that went in there, week after week after week to get that whole set to look so unique. And then, if we did that, but then also in Destiny 2, if we had sets like that, we would still be going back to get the right rolls because we'd want to be able to, I would want to take my whole Vex Harpy look as a Warlock into the Crucible and actually have it be applicable to the loadouts that I'm using. I would be in the raid a lot to try and get the right rolls on those armor pieces so I could maintain that look in other spaces, so that when I went into strikes, Crucible, whatever, and people saw me, they'd be like, oh dang, right? But I'm also not a detriment. I have the right perks, and it's such a, I don't know, it's such a simple thing, but people would grind. I would grind to look cool, you know? So I've been kind of disappointed with the armor in Destiny 2. I really wish that they would have continued along that trajectory, that bar that they set at the end of Destiny 1. And I really wish we could have maintained that moving forward. It's a little disappointing that we did not. So anyways, what do you guys think about bringing forward some of these year 1 armor sets that are completely pointless right now? What do you think about that? I think that would be an easy way just to recreate or to reintroduce some of the grinding aspect. It'd give you a reason to turn in tokens and actually make you a little bit excited when you get those armor pieces to drop, because right now I'm not. I mean, I get wing contender, wing contender, wing contender, wing contender, and I just don't care. I don't go back to the tower. I don't go check my postmaster because I don't care. And I want to care again. I really, really do want to care. So let me know what you think, guys, in the comments section if this is something that you would want to be brought forward. Obviously, I'm not a developer, but I would imagine that this is something that the live team could be able to manage doing without a lot of resources and capital, right? It would just be a time investment. But anyways, just some thoughts. What do you think? Let me know. Hope to catch you in the Crucible. Bye-bye.